I'm such a mess.
But apparently we're getting close.
I like held it to her little ovary throat. And I was like, look, bitch.
Things are looking good, and doctor's gonna have you triggered tonight.
We're doing it! I'm so excited. Denied the last night. So here we are at time of trigger.
I realized how hard everything's hitting you.
Did you see this?
What do you think, bub?
I could like literally cry right now.
Yeah.
I'm like
This is so pretty.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm such a mess.
You're doing
I'm
so
such a
good.
mess.
I think last night was funny. I realized how hard everything's hitting you. Like I do, like I know, but I literally when we were like sitting down to stims, like you could just.
Was
see
that
in your
last
face.
night?
Yeah. And you were just dreading it and on the verge of tears. And then I just like immediately hit play on shots and like you like forced yourself to like dance and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god.
I've had like a couple just mini breakdowns over the past like probably 5 days. My anxiety's getting really bad about this cycle and, you know, me convincing myself that like we're just gonna get 4 if we're lucky, which there's no facts like involved in that, you know, it is anxiety, and just like being really disappointed in my body that I'm not producing and like all of this stuff. And then I come in for stims last night and I'm like, oh, can we get some music, because we've started playing music during it and it's like game changing. Like music can do so much for like your mood and demeanor. And he just hits play on the phone and it just goes shot, 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 shot. It was awesome. I don't know, it's just I feel like this cycle, like I've tried not to put myself under so much pressure, you know. I just feel like I'm under pressure. I feel like I know that I have more medication going in and everything than I did last time. And from all the DMs and all like everyone I've talked to, they also hate Menopur so much.
Menopur.
Menopur. It's literally the worst. I don't want anyone watching this, if you've been prescribed Menopur and it's your first time ever going through like IVF, to be scared of it. Like I'm not sitting here in excruciating pain, you know, it's nothing like that. You can totally do it. It's just, it caught me off guard. I was like, this stuff is terrible. I hate this stuff. But physically, I feel like I've just been falling apart and I'm so sick of it. Shots are more intense and like I'm bruising a lot more this time. I just haven't been feeling super great either. Like sometimes I'll just randomly kind of feel a little nauseous or just like not really wanting to eat. I feel like I'm just preaching to the choir, honestly, with people who are watching this, but I'm so over it. All that to say, part of me, because of that, wants it to be over so badly, but I also want to make sure that we get the best results. And I just didn't feel like my body was progressing in a way that would get us better results, or at least even the results that we got last time. And I was just feeling really down about it. So I didn't tell him this, but like coming in here, I was really nervous today. And then we go in there as soon as the ultrasound thingy-mabobber went in. Like, she didn't even have to move it that much. There were just follicles.
It was like, oh, here's some follicles.
And I was like, oh my god, I could have cried on that table. I'm so like unstable right now. Like I'm just so proud of my body, and I haven't felt that in so long, I feel like, you know. And like she barely had to move it, and so they get the uterus measurements and stuff first, and then she goes over to the right, and it literally looks like Swiss cheese. And like I'm smiling because I remember thinking like the first time that we did this I would see Swiss cheese, because all the other women that I ever see doing these ultrasounds see Swiss cheese and I don't. Like, as someone with a low ovarian reserve, like I do not see Swiss cheese at all last time. Like I saw follicles, like we definitely got some follicles, but not anything I expected. And so like go in there and literally she's like moving around the thing and there's just like black dots. I'm like, oh my god.
Let's go.
I just feel so excited. I want to push them as far as they can go. So like ironically, I'm kind of hoping for one more round of medications, like a couple more days and then another monitoring appointment before the retrieval. But honestly, we'll see. Honestly, you guys, we'll see what they say today. We're going to try a new breakfast place right now because we figure it's early. The next logical step is coffee, water, and food. And my ultrasound tech, the last time we were in here with her, said it was really good actually. So we're gonna go head to, it's called Miss Portland. We're cheating on Becky's. I'm so sorry, Becky's. But we're gonna try Miss Portland.
Accountability right here.
You wanna grab a seat? Like here. Tell me about it.
So the saying goes, there's nothing.
Good. So you're closed. Doctor wants you to come back tomorrow to check again.
Okay, we'll come back tomorrow.
So blood work and ultrasound again tomorrow. And let's see what time. Can you do 8 o'clock?
Yeah, 8 would work fine.
And he wants you to stay on the same dose of all 3 medicines tonight.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye, darling. Did you hear that?
We're so comfy and we're slumping. You guys, it is so hot today. It is 88 degrees, which doesn't sound that bad, but it was like literally 85 at 8 o'clock in the morning this morning. It was something crazy, and it's supposed to get to 92. It's only 10:55 right now, but I don't know how much I got of that because I turned on my camera like after I answered, but apparently we're getting close. Like close. Not far away enough for me to do another few days of medicine in order to trigger, because that's normally how it goes. It's like maybe 3 more days of medicine and then come back in and see us. It's like only 1 more day of medicine like today, and then we're gonna go in tomorrow to see him. Tomorrow is Monday, or to see the tech and get ultrasound and blood work and stuff. Well, I'm kind of curious about my follicle number. She said it's going to be up in like a few minutes, so once I read those and settle with them, I might share those with you guys. But because something I didn't say in the car after our appointment is I was so happy that this tech measured every single one that she basically saw. If it was really small, she didn't measure it, but like every one that we saw, she was like measuring, and I was like, that's really exciting, because now I'll actually get a really good idea as to like how everything is progressing, and I can see the sizes of everything over the course of the past 2 weeks now or so. And before, I only had like the top 2 to go off of, so I just really wanted to see every one that I could, and so I think that those will be released today because I saw her measuring a bunch. She was great. So yeah, I'm kind of anxious to see the sizes, but I feel like everything is going good. I think everything's going good. Is everything going good? Tell me everything's going good down below.
But yeah, it's hot again.
You guys, right now we're driving into our clinic parking lot, and it is the Monday of their egg retrieval week, and it just hit me, and I like literally just turned on the camera when it hit me, but this was the day that we went in for our last egg retrieval. Like, I was sitting in this parking lot literally like probably once, like that spot, right? It was that spot or that spot?
That one.
It was literally the spot right in front of us. The emotions were so different than today, but today we're going to see how my follicles have progressed in a 24-hour period, and I'm sure that's going to influence when we trigger. So let's go. I'm feeling nice and full on my ovaries. I heard her measuring a ton of things, but I couldn't see anything.
Yes.
She measured like everything she saw, basically.
Yeah, everything, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He could see so much more than I could.
So, I saw...
This is all pre, like, knowing exactly.
I think I saw at least 120 on... That was the really big one she showed you. That's when I was
On
like,
my
that's
left.
huge. Yeah, on your left.
Wow.
And you had lots of teens.
Okay, that's good.
And then on the right, you had one 22 as well, I'm pretty sure. I didn't have my glasses on, so
Oh, great.
but I'm pretty sure, like, I could make out the difference between a 2 and a...
No, it's good.
It's not a 0.
Okay.
So I don't know what other round number. It can't be 90, so therefore this must be 2. It's not 7. And then
I have a 70.
then I saw lots of teens, like, and they had to be upper teens because, like, in
You could compare them to like the size of like the other thing.
relative to what the other thing was. Yeah. So.
That would be so fascinating if they grew so much within like 24 hours. This is all like post monitoring appointment speculation because that's all we have at this point. But we're gonna do it. My ovaries this morning felt very full. You can drive, baby, if you want.
They were huge.
I felt full from the start of like waking up.
Your ovaries were massive. I mean,
I think they're
your
putting
eggs were
in
massive.
the work. I'm really proud of my left ovary, but my left had like maybe one last time. Maybe. Now she's not doing the most. The right is still doing the most. But there's like 3 significant ones over there that I can remember from last.
You know what it was? When I poked her.
Stop it. Literally.
I gotta. I'll quickly. It's when I stabbed her.
Okay. With the needle. Mm-hmm.
Hold on. So let me rephrase it. Cause stabs. When I poked her with the needle.
Yes.
I like held it to her, like basically her like little ovary throat. And I was like, look, bitch. You don't give my wife organs. I'm gonna put this menace pure inside of you so fast. And she was like, no, not menace pure.
Are you getting me Dunkin'?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, I'm surprised like you don't expect it by now. Like,
No.
It is mandatory.
Well, like monitoring appointments, they're not procedures anymore, you know?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You literally have a giant plastic wand shoved up your hoo-ha.
Okay.
Like, so invasive and uncomfortable.
So I get Dunkin' after.
Yeah, and like that room was like not comfy either.
That
like,
room was a little strange today, wasn't it?
It was cold, and I fell for you and like the curtain was weird, and like, but also like the chair was like.
It was not our normal ultrasound room because this week is egg retrieval week, so the OR is like all buzzing and everything. It was not our regular room because things are busy.
It was just a weird layout, you know?
Yeah, there's not much they could have done with that room, but it was different. And there was no way that she could have turned her monitor the way that it was situated so that I could see anything and she could see like what was going on. It was like very much separate.
It's true.
I'm calling you with some news. Do you have a minute?
I do, yes.
Right. So based on your results from today, things are looking good, and doctor's going to have you triggered tonight for a procedure on Wednesday.
All right, sounds good.
Mm-hmm. So the Avigel trigger. Oh, do you have Cetrotide?
I do, yes. I think I have a couple more packs of those.
Okay, so you can take a dose of Cetrotide at the normal time tonight.
Okay, Cetrotide at normal time, got it.
And then the Avigel trigger at 10:30 p.m.
10:30 p.m.
Right. You and John will need to be here on Wednesday morning at 9:30.
Okay, both of us?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, 9:30 for both of us, got it.
For a 10:30 procedure, and then I'm going to give you that pre-recorded anesthesia line that you can call.
Okay.
You can call it as many times as you need to. All right, dear. You're welcome. Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Bye.
Thanks, bye.
Baby, we're triggering tonight. Yeah. Get it. We're doing it, Mommy. I'm so excited.
Are you so excited?
I'm done with these.
I know you're doing so good.
I'm not doing
So
good.
it's just Pyramidol and trigger shot tonight?
Tonight is just the Cetrotide or the Pyramidol and trigger, and then she said tomorrow I have completely off. She's like, you don't have to do any medications tomorrow, and I was like, no way.
Tonight's the last night, I'll still fall for you over again. Don't have to take my shots, 'cause I'm gonna drop some eggs in a basket.
Oh my
Holy
gosh.
smacks. So wait, no meds tomorrow, so that means trigger tonight, we're not doing the thing tomorrow? The procedure tomorrow?
No, remember we trigger tonight and then the procedure is Wednesday.
Wow.
So we go in at 9:30 on Wednesday. Both of us do. And it's for a 10:30 procedure, and I'm doing the shot at 10:30 p.m. tonight. And the Pyramidol
at the exact time that we usually do stims. So
Okay.
that's the only stim, quote unquote stim medication we do.
Wow.
I'm like not like excited, like no one wants to go under and like do these things, but I am so over this
Oh yeah, dude.
medication cycle. Before she called me today, I took a look in the portal and they did indeed put my measurements of the follicles that they got today in there. So I definitely had my suspicions based on those that they were going to trigger me tonight. And I also was looking at last time, so I kind of want to take you guys through that. But just in case you're curious about it, I really don't want anyone telling me that I shouldn't have triggered tonight. What is my doctor doing? Like, etc. Like, that is not welcome here. I love you all very, very much, but I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing what I'm going through. I'm sharing my numbers and my experience. Before I share that, I'm not looking for that. I'm just sharing so that you guys can see them too. Oh, hello my friends. I just wanted to pop in here and share what my follicles were looking like at the time of trigger, and then also compare them to what my follicles were the last IVF round that we had at the time of trigger, because I think that is super interesting. And then from there, I think it's kind of fun to predict maybe how many eggs that we might get this round just from the follicles at time of trigger based on last time as well. None of these predictions or anything would change the outcome. I know that, but it's all I've got. It's all I've got to go off of. So here we are at time of trigger this round. So this right here is my left ovary, and then over here, this is my right ovary. And to say that I am so proud of my body for producing this many follicles is an understatement. I am just so elated with how I responded to the medications and the changes that we made this time. It's just awesome. But something else that kind of popped into my head when I opened this is that you see for like a few monitoring appointments, they were literally only measuring like the largest one on each side. They were even measuring a 6, so it wasn't the size threshold that was holding them back from measuring all of them, because they did measure a 6. It was just that they were kind of measuring the largest one or couple on each side, because it just jumps like immediately to them measuring like every single one by the end. So I don't know why they did that this time, but anywhoosie, it definitely threw me into a tizzy, that's for sure. But as you guys saw, I had back-to-back days of monitoring appointments. So this was Sunday, and then I went in again on a Monday. And basically starting on the left, we've got a 22.8, 17.2, 16.45, and then a 12.65. And then over here are the measurements here. The largest are the 19.6 and the 18.2. And then we have 13s and 12s and like an almost 12 here, and it kind of goes down from there. But then when I go over to last time, these are the numbers that we had at time of trigger last time, and we know we got 4 eggs total on that day. And on the right, we had a 22.5, a 19.3, a 17.1, which I believe are 3 of the eggs that we got. But then the next biggest follicle we had was a 12.7, and we know we got 4 eggs. The other one over here was only an 8.7. So I don't want to discount any of the 12s that we have this time as far as potential egg count that we might get, because I think this 12.7 last time was one of the eggs that we ended up getting, one of the 4 eggs. So if we go off of that logic here, then I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5, because that's like almost a 12, you know? And then over here we've got 6, 7, 8, 9. Potentially. I think to guard my heart, I would be incredibly elated to have 8 eggs, and I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility looking at these sizes and these numbers. And that already would be twice as many eggs as we got last time, so I would be just like so thrilled. But I just want to be careful and guard my heart a little bit, but I can't help but get really excited when seeing these numbers. The other thing is, look at my estrogen or estradiol estradiol level this time. It's a 2406 at time of trigger. And then last time at time of trigger, it only got up to a 1436. That's 1,000 difference basically, which is huge for me. So yeah, I don't know, you guys, leave your guesses as to how many eggs you think that might be in the comments below. Then I believe next time, hi darling.
Hi.
Next time you see us, it will be egg retrieval day. So I'm really, really excited to see how many eggs we get, my friends. I literally cannot wait.